drip check. Boy better know that everything check. Two steps. Boy better know that it takes 2 steps. We set for reset, but I wanna see my brothers cash that check. You set, then we set. You can only ball when the time is set. Oh, you're wondering what I'm doing? I'm actually trying to pay my bills and cash the checks. But anyways, it's Drip Check at the Nike store, hosted by yours truly, Sheye Banks, the Vibe King. Today, we've got another special guest on the show, and this guy is a Kingdom boy representing. He's definitely your guy that brought Billings, Funke, and the Next Raider EP. He's worked with the likes of Tiwa Savage, Simi, and some of the finest names, including Mayor Kun and Davido in the Nigerian music business. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Spyro. Superstar Spyro. What's good? Always looking drippy. Aesthetics too much. Jeez. Welcome to Drip Check at the Nike store. You looking super fly, my G. Are you ready to go shopping?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. They wanna be like me, check. They wanna ball like me, check. They wanna head to the mall to stunt like me and swear like me, check. So I remember the last time I saw you was in December.
Yeah.
And I think you came to support a brother at a wedding.
Yeah.
And you were doing that out of pure love.
Our
guy. And let's check out these ones first, right?
Okay.
While we're checking this out, what would you say has been the most interesting, or the grandest thing you've had to do for someone who supports your music?
I can't really pinpoint because I love to give back.
Right.
And I love to support my fans. So I can't really say that this is like the grandest or the biggest or something.
Right.
But recently I did something for Women's Day.
Oh, okay.
And that was me supporting 10 women-led businesses financially, and then I posted about 50 businesses, women-led businesses on my page, also to support.
That's amazing stuff, bro. I mean, you're a top guy. Not a lot of people do that. That's exceptional stuff, right? And let's check out some of these exceptional Nikes. Yeah. If you're gonna pick from the range here, just from the tees and the shorts or the pants, which would you be, looking to wear?
This is really dope.
This one's right. Yeah, they look like
super cool.
Some really cool Nike stuff. The Nike Air.
Just do it.
But if we're gonna move to the shoes now, right? Before we get to every other one, let's check out the Air Maxes, right? From the range of Air Maxes over here, which would you say gives you the most interesting vibe? Which one would you say gives you more memories as well?
I think I'll go with this.
Of course.
Because I remember back then, anytime I want to go on dates,
right,
I just want to look simple and comfortable. So I would go with something like this.
Nice.
And it always does the magic.
No, it's interesting. It's interesting you mentioned dates. Let's talk about dates now. How many dates, if you're going to give an average, how many dates would you say have been successful, and how many would you say have just been like, I should have never done that?
The number of the ones that I should have never done.
Yeah.
plenty. Pass. The one way eventually work. Few of my dates worked out, but a lot of them didn't. Because
so after the first day, nothing after that.
After the first day, I'm like, nah, I shouldn't be seen in this kind of setup. Look, I shouldn't be seen talking to this person. I shouldn't be, not because of not pride,
right?
But when you converse with some people, no, this one, not my kind person be this.
What's your biggest turn off in a woman?
I'm attracted to intelligence. So when I talk to a woman that is not giving me that vibe, I have a big problem with that.
Right.
Yeah, I have a big problem with
intellectual capacity, intellectual reasoning. You have to have sense.
Yeah, you have to have sense.
Yeah.
One of the first questions I'm going to ask you is, what's your 5-year plan? What does the future hold? What are you doing? What do you want to do in the future? What are you doing right now, and how does it translate to the future? So if you can, and when you ask that question, some women cannot answer it. Some of those people that I've gone on dates with, were not able to answer it properly. So I'm just like, nah, we can't do this.
I hear that. And what would you say that the dating scene? I don't know if it's Lagos you dated the most, or in another city, or in another continent.
Nah, just between Ibadan and Lagos.
Ibadan and Lagos, have you?
Yeah.
I mean, what
'Cause
would
I
you
schooled
say?
in Ibadan
Oh yeah, interesting. That's UI.
University. Yeah.
Wow, so you be proud UI boy.
Yes,
What would you say dating in UI, maybe 500 naira chicken and chips down the road, and dating in Lagos? What would you say that difference? What would you say all of that experience has taught you? The difference between dating there and dating here, and what would you say the experience entirely has taught you?
Dating back then in Ibadan, not just UI, like Ibadan, it's not a big deal because if you have 5,000 naira, you can
So
do
with
something.
5K, you can ball on any.
Back then, I don't
Back
know.
then.
The financial situation of the country back then is different from what it is now.
Right.
But even with that, it was much cheaper to date then, and then the expectations were not so high from the ladies. Yeah. So, but coming to Lagos, man, you have to go to some you
Fancy
have to
restaurants.
do fine dinings, and
Right.
you have to go to fancy restaurants and all that, and
Right.
that can be very, very expensive.
Right.
So I feel like at the end of the day, if you're not ready, don't go into it. That's what I've learned. So at some point I had to chill, like, nah, I'm not ready for this, because when we first enter one restaurant, they give me bill of even 13,000 that time was an issue for me, bro.
hear
So
that.
I'm like, man, I'm not ready for this, and maybe now I'm ready. I can go back to dating.
We're gonna get to that question about you being ready, but let's check out the Air Force Ones right now. You can never go wrong with the Air Force Ones.
You can never. I said that earlier. You can never.
Which from these are like your faves from these, like this range of Air Force Ones? Yeah, just these ones before we get to the dunks. So just take a good look, and let's see which ones would you say.
This is super cool. Love it.
The white and black ones.
Yeah.
Right, nice. It gives like a bit of simplicity with some touch of complexity, right? Yeah, but these ones are just like the regular ones. They're just like the ones where it's just white, mostly white.
Oh, I didn't even see this.
Yeah.
It's stylish.
Yeah, stylish, right?
Love it.
You're one of those guys that you just come off black and white, but with a touch of style. That it's just. I see all those jackets you wear on the flaps and everything. It's extra, but it's we get doings. No worry. So let's check out the dunks. How about these dunks? Right. These dunks are it's a piece of beauty for me. I feel like if you could give me a choice, I would wear dunks all day. But I don't know about you. Are you really a dunks guy?
Yeah, if you check through my wardrobe, you see that I got a couple of dunks.
Dunks, right?
So
if you were to add, you have these ones, right? So if you're gonna add like one more, or maybe two more to like the range of collection you have, which would you go for?
Because I have this, I wouldn't want to go for this. So maybe I'll just
These ones.
this.
Yeah, they're very special ones. And there's a leather
quite
on there.
stylish,
Yeah,
and then
the rubber.
looks exotic.
Yeah. And it can go with like your simple outfits from top to bottom. I like it.
You, let me ask you too, which one are you going to pick?
So, for me, personally, I'm kind of simple, but I like paparazzi sometimes. So I'll take this and this, because you see this white, it has a touch of blue, and
I'm
this
actually
one,
just seeing this now.
so
would
it,
really match.
it goes
This
like
would really
mad.
match. So I'll pick this too. To be
Eh.
honest.
Then me, I'll now put this cap on top. You
You
understand?
said one thing. If I'm to pick one thing,
Okay. So, speaking about one thing, what is that one thing that you need in a partner that makes her your partner? Like if you're going to say, I'm ready, one thing.
It has to be one.
Just one thing. You can't pick more than one thing.
It's not
Like
defined for partner
she,
past
you,
one thing.
you see, that's the thing. You can't always get what you want, right? But if you were gonna pick one thing, what would that one thing be?
um,
I don't know why we're talking so much about relationship right now. Maybe it's like a sign, for you to.
no, it's not.
Is
I'm not ready.
it? You for real? You're not ready.
I'm just kidding. I'm ready,
Okay.
but I mean, I'm busy right now. So,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
busy. I
So
can't.
answer the question. What's that one thing?
This is big. She has to be, God fearing. I
God
think
fearing.
that's key for me.
Jesus boy.
Has to be
I
God
see
fearing.
that. So
Yeah.
she doesn't have to dance on Instagram and
You say
maybe
one thing. That's not.
she doesn't have
This
to be a
one's might be
dancer.
there, but
Mm-hmm.
one thing,
Right.
one prerequisite, one
Right.
thing that is a no-brainer
Mm-hmm.
is the fact that she has to have the fear of God. Like you have to be God fearing
I hear
because
that.
the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So if she
Jeez.
fears God, she's going to be wise. She's
I
going to
love,
be
bro.
intelligent.
You're
And if
speaking
she
sense.
fears God,
Mm-hmm.
God is going to direct her to make the right decisions in life. I mean, so that fear of God is cogent. If it's there, I mean, every other thing is
It's gonna
minor.
come.
Yeah.
I hear that. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Seek
And
ye first the kingdom of God, and what?
every
All
other
other
thing
things will be
shall be.
added.
I hear that. I hear that. That makes sense. And you know, um, I'm gonna ask you these questions. I've sort of asked you in a way, but I'm just gonna emphasize on it a little bit. Why would you say you're not completely or fully ready for marriage, bro? You have a fine house, you have beautiful cars,
How do you know?
bro. I
Maybe I
mean,
dey
they
borrow
give
my
us,
cars.
give us
No, no,
fake
maybe
life.
yes, so, no.
But yeah, I mean, in a sense, you're really doing good for yourself. And I'm gonna speak like your father or your elderly people around you. Say you are putting shit dada. You get me? Like you're already
Cool.
piloto cool. You don't reach. You are marriageable age.
Yeah.
So what would you say you're waiting for? Personally, not in any other person now, just for you, Spyro, to be able to say I'm ready to settle down. Because this year, this 2024 has been a very interesting year. We've seen a lot of good marriages, kingdom marriages, we've seen entertainment marriages.
Moses Blaze.
You understand what I'm saying? So tell me, bro, what's next? Why?
I feel like I have to be mentally ready. So it's not just about having the necessary things like the material things. Like I have
Right.
to be mentally ready and prepared. Like am I done working on myself? Am I ready for? And it's a good thing to pray for a good woman, but am I good enough a man to jump into a marriage with a good woman right now? Because if I don't work on myself and get myself to that point where I'm mentally ready, there might be frictions that would, if you rush in, you rush out. So I'm trying to like take my time and make sure that I'm ready, and then I
Can do that. So let's check out some of these ones, right? And it's quite colorful too. If you were going to, just pick, which one would you say is your vibe, like for real, for
where?
real? Any from just the range from these ones, right? Just tell me a little bit, like, what's your typical vibe from this section here?
They wanna move like me, check. They wanna ball like me, check. They wanna head to the mall to stunt like me and swear like me, check. They wanna move like me, check. They wanna ball like me, check. They wanna head to the mall to stunt like me and swear like me, check.
This one, I see that.
Sometimes I like loud stuff,
Right.
because I dress per occasion. So if I'm going to church, I have church
Okay.
outfit. If I'm going for events,
You have event
and
outfits.
am I to pick just one or
I just want to know. I want to feel your pulse. I just want to see the ones you fancy. I'm sure we have some around the store, and you can check around. You see some stuff you like. But quickly, let me ask you, Spyro. And this is interesting because you mentioned not too long ago, just now, that you need to be fully ready. And I want you to be, I want you to be quite vulnerable with me right now. What mistakes would you say in your dating history? What mistakes would you say you've made? And this is just to be able to teach other people to not make the same mistakes, especially for people in entertainment, people that are also coming up like you, and then becoming a star and want to just have that bit sorted out, because it's a very, very interesting part of, like, who you choose to marry is like a really, really big part of your life, right? Because that's the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. In your dating history while you were coming up, right? What mistakes would you say you made that you should have done better to be able to find yourself in a better situation for readiness? That's a good question, right?
It's a deep question. It's not just a big question, it's a deep one.
All right, so talk to me, bro.
So, a lot. I think I've made a lot of mistakes, but one striking mistake would be the fact that, I mean, I think I never really gave some of the relationships that I was in, I didn't give it my all in terms of women love attention.
Right.
They love you to be there for them all the time, and I usually put my career first. And it was a problem because they would be like, am I not here? Can't you even see me? Can't you? And I'm like, nah, I can't. Once it comes to the career, man, I have to give it my all, because
Right.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it deprived me of, not just even relationships with,
The
relationships,
significant other,
love relationships, with other
friends,
yeah,
family.
yeah. So I think there has to be that balance, which is what right now I'm trying to find. Like, how do I balance it up? Like, how do I, what's the word now? How do I manage
How do you also
that?
filter? Do you think it's harder for you now being a bigger superstar to find love?
Yeah, I think it's a problem now. It's better for me. One of the things I used to say is that I wish I had found love before now, because it's now, there's this thing for us that you're now scared. You don't even know who loves you for you, or who loves you for what you are or who you are. So it's difficult. It's more difficult now. It's not like I can't find love, but it's going to be difficult because you have to pay extra attention. You have to, in fact, it has to be God said that will choose for you, because trust me. So
Oh man,
I just hope that I'm working on it. I'm working on being able to make sure that that balance is there, and I'm able to transact well. Yeah.
And I pray you find what you want.
Amen. No.
Exactly what you want, bro.
Amen. I will.
And let's see if you can find what you want in this store, because we're about to go buff up in 30 seconds,
wow.
right? You're going to go around the store, check out some of the things you like. But before we do that, how about you check out some of these? I'm not really sure you're a football guy. I don't know. I've never really seen you talk about football. You don't really
AFCON
engage.
turn me to football guy.
Are you serious?
I do
What team do you
football.
support?
Any team that,
You see, you
any
are not
any
a
team
real
that
fool.
Messi is.
Okay, what team is Messi in now?
Bro,
You're not really a football guy.
I'm not so much of a football guy.
But let's see if you have some skills, right?
Yeah, I used to
Oh yeah.
football.
Do raising. Let's see if you can, do one or two things.
But I do well with this.
They try.
No.
Maybe not the shoe, Abi.
Yeah.
You blame the shoe.
But that's still because I know Sabi play well.
That was FD. You try. But quickly, let's talk about some social conversations that you've hopped on. Bro, you've jumped on a whole lot of conversation. People have dragged you for, your faith, for what you believe in, for, advising people to filter the content that they listen to.
I don't know. There's this thing that is done in the media that you say something and then they twist it to benefit themselves, because
Right.
you just want to sell your own narrative without thinking about how
It affects the
this
person.
other person. Because with the Portable situation, it was an interview that ran for over 30 minutes, and I was asked, who would you not write for? Or who would you not work for?
Right.
And I said, I don't think, because the way I write, I'm the R&B guy, proper. It was I just changed my style at some point. You understand? You understand?
Yeah.
That made me, switch and start doing some other, doing some other kind of music.
Genres, yeah.
Pretty much. So I said, I don't think, because if I actually really write, and I said not because it's not good, but because I don't think it's a style of music. It would be easy for a banky to pick up a song that I write and deliver, right? But because of his style, there are some style that I might not be able to jump on properly. So what I said was that I don't think that I would be able to write for him. But that work, I said it on that interview, that same interview, but that is fantastic and he knows what he's doing. I think he's one of the smartest artists to ever be in this industry, trust me, because he's cashing out and he understands the business. So I would work with him, and if I need to tap, because collaboration helps you tap into
a market, a space,
a space that a space that is not yours, and this guy is obviously doing well in his space. So if I want to tap into that audience, if I want to tap into that kind of audience, I need to work with someone like that. So I never said that I won't work with Portable. In fact, we did chat for DM, we did talk. So if we get problem, the same thing happened with the Shallipopi thing. I did not call out, I did not even mention his name. I didn't see anything. It was the person interviewing me that mentioned Charlie's name. You get so, but I've come to realize that no matter how much I try to stay away from these things, it will still happen. People are still going to twist my words, people are still going to misunderstand me, so I can't fight it. But I've come to accept it. It's just really painful because the media is painting a picture of you that is not you. So when people get to meet you is when they say, oh, this guy's not like that. But how many people won't meet you?
I hear that.
So it's quite upsetting sometimes. But it is what it is.
It's part of the business, right? It's part of the game. Right now, you're just going to go around the store in 30 seconds. Thank you. You're just going to go around the store in 30 seconds. You know what Bafop is from back in the day. You just have to look aesthetically pleasing, drip up,
the vibes.
Exactly. And then you're going to just ensure that in 30 seconds, you go around the store, pick out some of your favorite items, and maybe just try to look maybe slightly better than what you look like right now. I know you can do that. You be stylist on your normal day, right? So let's see how well you can do that. In 30 seconds, your time starts now. Jeez. 5 seconds in. 10 seconds in. You gotta put it in the bag. 15 seconds in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice one.
Put me for wahala.
Okay. So let's see how much wahala the bag put you into, right? So let's see. You got the cap?
Yep.
Okay. The shoes? Nice. I mean, you have good taste. I'm not even gonna lie. These shoes look nice. You have this ones, the jacket, and then you've got these pants.
Yep.
You're a simple but classy guy.
Yeah,
I see that. All right, so we're gonna have you change into this, and then we're gonna rate your drip, give you that drip check right after you do so. All right, so let's go.
Dollar the rice, shake the wise. Dollar the rice, shake the wise. Dollar the rice, shake the wise. Dollar the rice, and share you the wise. Buy the dollar, spend the naira. Buy the dollar, spend the naira. Buy the dollar, spend the naira.
Yo, it's actually time to check out the drip from Spyro. This guy has changed into something absolutely beautiful. Let's see what that is about. All right, Spyro, it's time for you to come out in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Nice one. One more, you bad, you sabi. You sabi. I give.
Try.
I mean,
Try.
if I was gonna rate your drip, should I score your drip?
Okay, now go ahead.
You know, with all the aesthetics that you already came with, if I was going to score your drip, let me not lie, 7.5.
You try.
Yeah,
I try.
you
I
try.
pass mark.
You know, the kind of outfit you have on is like one of those rich guys that don't like to make noise about like, you know, how much they have, but you know that this guy has money,
We know say I
right?
be
Yeah,
billionaire.
exactly. That's the kind of vibe you're on. Now let's talk about that. Like I said earlier, you got a house. I think last year you got two, three houses. I'm not sure how many you have now.
Don't cast me.
No, but now you cast yourself now. But for real, bro, you have two, three houses. I'm not sure. You've got like two, three cars, and you're living good. Your life changed in 2022 slash 2023. A whole lot. A lot of things changed for you.
2023 pretty much.
Pretty much,
Just
right?
2023.
Okay. He's trying to be humble about it, but okay.
No, but it's the truth.
Okay.
2022.
Okay.
My life not changed 2022. I see the hustle 2022.
Are you serious?
Honestly, yeah.
Let's talk about, you know, all of that before then. First, and you know, your story is particularly interesting because you had tasted fame a long time ago, even before some of the, you know, the new cats came. In 2018, you had one of the biggest songs in the country in Funke. You did the remix with Davido and Mayor Kun. You thought it was gonna change everything for you, and yo, a lot happened. You know, you were depressed.
I watched myself move from within the space of like 6 months. Like I watched myself move from nothing to affluence to having everything I ever dreamt of in just 6 months. And I was like, wow. So
Wow.
this thing is real. Like it can
It's
actually
real.
happen this way. You know, so that's quite inspiring even for me myself, because it keeps me on my feet. That if this can happen, which means I can get anything I want, I can become anything I want to become in life. You know, because I was at the verge of giving up.
Wow.
You know, I was at that point where I'm like, you know what? I don't even they try. I was into short play. I was almost 100% into short lead business.
Like you were about to say you were posting on WhatsApp, you know, rent to rent,
yeah.
3
You did my
million.
WhatsApp now. So to rent short lead, you know, I was into interiors too. You know, I was already moving away from that music because I'm like, on this thing that I don't do for all these years, maybe I'm never gonna get a second chance and all that. So I was I was already done in my mind,
Right.
you know. But then before I did, I just felt like, let me take it up to God, and you know, before I just give up, because I have a friend that kept on, you know, pushing for me and telling me that it's gonna happen. Like I shouldn't just give up like that. So I went to God and I started praying. So I started joining NLP. You know, I'll go very early in the morning, 6:30, and I told God, if you change my life, I make a vow to you that I will carry you on my head, and irrespective of whatever anybody says, I'm going to put you on my head and shout your name and let the world know about you. You know, so within the space of 1 month after that prayer, after I made that vow, everything just changed drastically.
Wow.
You know, so
Wow.
a lot of people might say that it's luck, it's, you know, it just happened, but I know that it's not luck. It's not, because the best of my songs are not even the ones that people are listening to right now. With your guys, not the best,
The best
of
of
my
your
songs.
songs. So you don't
heard Funke now.
Bro, I heard bro. There's tunes for days, bro.
So,
I mean, bro, I
don't
I,
consider
I, I
with
sort
the
of
guy.
know the story.
Yeah.
And you know, it's very interesting because I also watched it happen. So it's not like you're saying something that's not real. I saw it happen. You know, but you know what's really interesting is that one of the people that mentored you or that saw you grow and that helped you in a way grow is not a Christian, right? He's a Muslim. He's late now.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. The late
Rest in perfect
Sound Sultan,
Yeah.
right? What was it like learning from him? And what was that thing that you also learned from him that just sort of made you understand that you need to be keen to your faith and have a closer relationship with God?
I mean, Sound Sultan, may God rest his gentle soul, is so inspiring. I mean, it's that guy that you want to learn from. So
Right.
I learned a lot of things from Sound Sultan about the industry, about personal lifestyle, about, Sound Sultan will never go late for an event. It would be there hours, or you will never catch him late to an event. Ethics, is that person that want to do things the God way. When it's time for prayers, he never misses. He would always make sure that he does his prayers. Say Muslim prayer, they plenty. Anytime, anywhere where we do, about to carry you don't do prayer for express before.
Wow.
Carry and put on top those middle place for express.
Wow.
Give his prayers. So I've always been a lover of God, but working with him and learning from him also made me go deeper in my relationship with God, because I'm like, wow, it doesn't have to do with religion. God is God at the end of the day, So I learned that from him, and I learned a lot of things in the industry from him too. I learned the fact that miracles happen when you're not giving it when you are not too calculated. So he keeps telling me that you're good, but one of the problems you have is that in your music you always want to show that you're good. So back then, when I'm making my music, I want to be diverse. I feel use 10 chorus inside one song. They say no be so it dey be. Just space it out, like just be simple. And eventually the song that now brought me to major limelight, Who's Your Guy, was one of those songs that was just even
Who's your guy?
nursery
Rhymes.
and only me. Wow, like so. So I learned a lot from Sound Sultan. A lot. I don't think I would be here today without. And it's so painful that it's not here to witness, the
all of the
things
growth
that are happening in my life right now. And
Yeah.
I would have loved for him to, because I keep telling him that I go spoil you, I go spoil you. What I didn't know is that in my own little way as a 10, I should have just started spoiling him, because I thought that it was going to be there for
a longer time.
It's quite painful.
God rest his soul. But I'm sure, his family, I'm sure you're in touch with family.
them constantly.
Nice. But like I said, your story is a really inspiring story. And if you're going to describe your story with a motivational quote, one quote that has sort of been like a motto, a mantra, just a thing that just sort of kept you going, right? What would that quote be?
On a Bible verse,
Bro, let's go.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and every other thing shall be added unto you.
I love it, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, Spyro, it's been an amazing time with you on Drip
Thanks
Check.
for having me.
You looking
Sheye
super
Banks.
fly. I feel like we should just go. You go to one free show now. Just go and jump on top of that stage.
Babe now. So, how you go show like this? You're too fresh to jump on top. Just fun fan. If you just come, Spyro, you make
Come
up
on,
sing me. Do you understand? So,
I get.
I have to go find.
Toast, babe.
Just enter straight now.
So can you do a long distance relationship?
Yeah, I can, most definitely. It doesn't work better for us as creatives. You know now.
I know, bro. I know.
Works
It's less stress.
Yeah.
But sometimes
you have time to do your work.
Yeah, I hear
You
that.
know?
I hear that.
And she's not too much in your business. This girl that was touching you last night, who is that?
So you get that a lot.
My brother. But we thank God.
We thank God. We move.
Yeah.
And definitely you're going to find what you're looking for, like I said.
Amen.
Spyro, it's been an amazing time with you on the show. Thank you
Thanks
so much
having
for
me.
coming
Thanks for
through.
having me. I appreciate it.
We're going to pack your bags right now. You're going to walk out the Nike
I
store.
go with these things.
Bro, you're going with it, man. Courtesy
Go.
of our friends
Bless
at
up.
Nike. Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Let's go.
God bless you. I
Nice.
appreciate it.
Let's go.
They wanna move like me, check. They wanna ball like me, check. They wanna head to the mall to stunt like me and swear like me, check. They wanna move like me, check. They wanna ball like me, check. They wanna head to the mall to stunt like me and swear like me, check.